Hi everyone, this is Tami from the Nutmeg Notebook blog. Today is Tuesday and that is time for Tami's Tuesday with Tami and sometimes Tom. And today we're going to talk all about Tami's top tips for the best chopped salads. So hold on tight. We're going to have fun today because of course you know I love my chopped salads. I eat one for lunch every day, and I'm very disappointed if we're away from home and I don't get to have my chopped salad for lunch because I've been eating a salad for one of my meals every day since 2013 when I went plant-based. I was following Dr. Joel Fuhrman at the time, and he encourages everyone to remember that salad is the main dish and to make one of your meals every day be a great big beautiful salad. And I took that to heart and did it, and then Tom joined me. You want to say hi, Tom?
Beautiful. Oh, let me turn the sound off first.
I took that to heart. Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. Hi everybody. As before, I'm monitoring the chat stream. I hope I remember to turn the chat stream on. So somebody say something so I know I did that right, and then we'll continue. Thank you, Tami.
Okay, great. So I was doing a salad every day. Then Tom joined me. He started doing a salad. Our salads just got more creative and bigger and more exciting. And then after I joined the Chef AJ's Ultimate Weight Loss Program online, I saw her make a chopped salad. That must have been around 2015. And I started experimenting with that and making a chopped salad every day. And that's what we both love now, are the chopped salads. They taste infinitely better than a regular salad, and we liked our salads before, but now we love them. I get a zillion questions about the salads, so I'm going to try to answer some of those questions today. Since Tom's here moderating for us, you can go ahead and ask questions or make comments on the video, and I will answer your questions. He will give me your questions and I will try to answer them. I do have a bunch of notes of things that I want to talk to you about today, so I'll try to cover everything and let's have fun. So the first thing is, what are you gonna put in that salad, right? Okay, I am known also for batch prepping, and I even batch prep salads. I know that sounds crazy, but it honestly works. We've been doing this for a number of years with tremendous success. A lot of times people will say, leave me a comment, or they'll send me a Facebook message and say, do they really stay fresh? Yeah, they really stay fresh, or we wouldn't be batch prepping them and
there's some
eating them.
There's some reasons for that.
There's some reasons. There's some things that you need to do to ensure that they do stay fresh. So I want to go over those. So I'm going to show you.
Just a moment. No.
Yes.
I want to thank Angela for letting me know that our chat is working. Hello, Amy or Ami, Heather, Anita, and Anita is watching from Tokyo. What time is it in Tokyo?
Hi in Tokyo. That's exciting.
So yeah, anybody that's listening, if you want to just jump in and drop your name and what city you're in, it's fun for us to know.
Or what country.
What part of the country or what countries we're reaching. That's always fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
So anyway, but thank you to those that are chiming in. And yeah, I'm here for your questions, and I'll nudge Tami and get her attention at the appropriate time.
Okay. So here is one of the batch prep salads. I made these on, I think, Saturday this past week. I think it was Saturday. And you can see they still look delicious. We'll still be eating them on Friday. How do you do that? How do you make a salad ahead and have it stay delicious? Well, first of all, you want to buy the freshest ingredients that you can get. And we buy a lot of organic produce at Whole Foods and at our Costco. For us, the Costco is like the cheapest place that we can get organic produce here in Northern California. So if I'm buying triple washed spinach, triple washed kale, if I'm buying the sweet kale salad that's already chopped, they have dates, expiration dates. It says good through such and such date. So if I'm shopping on, let's say it's the 10th day of the month, and I make my salads about 6 days out, because lately it seems like I'm getting 12 salads every time I batch prep them. Like, you know, they just seem to grow. I find more things that we like to put in them. So let's say it's the 10th, and I know that the last day that we're going to eat that last salad is going to be on the 16th. Then the date that is on the spinach or the kale or the chopped sweet kale salad that we buy at Costco needs to be at the 16th or exceeding it.
So sometimes when we're in the...
One time, just once lately.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Is that what you're going to?
No,
oh.
We're checking the dates that she's describing. And so we'll wind up digging to the back bins, back behind the boxes that are in front, going for even a day or two better date. So, you know, the stores do rotate their stock as they should. So if you want to be strategic, I was going to say crafty, but I don't know if I want to be crafty.
No, strategic.
Then we do reach back and try to find the freshest date possible.
Right. So what we do is we have our smartphone with us, and we look at our smartphone and we say, okay, you know, it's Saturday, we're going to batch prep salads today. We'll either batch prep them the day that we buy everything or the next morning. And so then we'll look at the date, and then we know what date those items need to exceed. So that's the first thing. And the week before, like 2 weeks ago,
some baby kale.
We buy baby kale, and we usually get that at Whole Foods because Costco is inconsistent about having it. And even the one clear in the back wasn't at a date that was going to exceed the last day that we were going to eat the salad. But we didn't have another option to go to another store right then. We were short on time, so we went ahead and bought it. But we did find ourselves on the last couple days.
The last day, we're picking out a few
that were turning yellow.
That were just like losing their body and their color.
Yeah.
So but I still ate the salad, but I just lost the limp kale.
Yeah. So. And so he was like, well, here you go, because your tips are right, you know, because when we do it correctly, then our salads are good until the 6th day. So the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure that everything that you put into the batch prepped salads is as dry as it can be. So I buy organic heads of romaine lettuce, and I rinse those in the sink, and then I lay them out on kitchen towels. And then sometimes if they really have a lot of moisture, I'll roll up that kitchen towel and try to absorb as much of the dampness and water that's on them as I can, because the more wet they are, the more apt they are to get rotten. They're just going to start to spoil. They're going to get limp. So that's, do you want to add anything to that?
Oh, just rinsing the romaine, even though it creates a little bit of extra work, is really a good idea, because just the way it grows, it tends to gather dust amongst the leaves. And so so you do want to rinse them.
So I have a video and a blog post, and Tom's going to put that on for everyone. Are you going to put it in the comments, or are you going to put it in the section below the video?
I'll put all those down in the description when we're done.
Okay, so in the description underneath the YouTube live video, which we will save so you can watch it as a replay, and then when we're done today, Tom will go in and add all the links about the things I'm talking about in the description area for you, because I have a very thorough video and blog post showing you what all I put in these, and this has transformed over the years. So I think I have like 3 different videos all about how to make my salads, because I learn some new things, or I discover a new product, and so I change them up. So the other thing is that we don't put a lot of wet ingredients in here. So I do love like sliced Persian cucumbers in my salads, but I don't add those to the batch prepped salads, because anything that's really moist like that you slice is going to start to go bad. And so I wait. If I want the Persian cucumbers, then the day I'm having the salad, I add those. And I don't even put those in with the vegetables that I chop, but we'll get to that. I do put in the red onion and the red cabbage, things that are sturdy. And we do go ahead and count out, we like about 8 of the little salad tomatoes. And we do go ahead and put those in here and put them in the refrigerator, and they do not seem to get mealy. I think the larger tomatoes get mealy. We have not found that the little ones get mealy from being refrigerated, but that's up to you. And we used to put a little bit of fruit in our salads when we would at the end of batch prepping them, but we don't do that anymore because, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, sometimes we don't want the fruit in there because we're going to make like a Mexican chopped salad, and so we don't want the apple to be in there or the oranges. So, but that's an individual thing. That's another thing though, fruit does add a lot of flavor and moisture to it at the time that you do chop it. So, okay, got to check my notes. I don't want to miss anything. And, oh, so this is a good idea that a lot of people have told me that they do for their batch prep salads. Now this is a 9-cup Ziploc container, this rectangular container. You can buy these at Target, Walmart, grocery stores. I mean, they're everywhere. We also have them on our Amazon shop page. If you don't live someplace where you can easily access them, you can get them from our Amazon shop page. It's an affiliate page. A lot of people have told me that what they do is they put a paper towel in the bottom of the container before they put their salad in there, and it helps absorb the moisture. Some people put one on the bottom and some people put one on the top. And we were talking to our friend Scott the other day. Scott, if you're watching, hi. And he batch preps salads, and he said one day he was making his, he usually puts a paper towel on the bottom of his salad, but he got them all in the containers and then realized he forgot. So he went ahead and put the paper towel on top, and he put the lid on, but then when he put them in the refrigerator, he turned them all upside down and stored them this way. That way the extra moisture does get drawn into the paper towel. So whether you put it on the bottom or you put it on the top, or you put one on the bottom and one on the top, if your ingredients are fairly wet, then this will help keep your salad dry because the paper towel will absorb the moisture. So that seems like a really great thing. People tell me that it works great. I haven't felt the need to do that with the way that I prep my salads, but if you're having trouble getting your salads to last longer, that might be a good tip for you. And also, I know that a lot of people don't buy the pre-washed greens like I do, where I'm buying the pre-washed spinach, the pre-washed baby kale, the pre-washed sweet kale salad from Costco. And so if you're buying a fresh bunch of spinach that you're having to wash at home and then lay out and dry, and maybe you're putting it in your salad spinner, you might not have as dry of a product that you're starting with as I do. And so maybe the paper towels would be a really good idea for you. So I'm going to pause and see if Tom has any comments or questions to share.
I just switched screens when you hit me with that. We are caught up on questions. We have people from all across the country, Tennessee, Chicago, Fort Wayne. So
nice.
Anyway.
That's exciting.
But I haven't caught anybody. We have some thank yous for the work you're doing and guidance. So thank you for that.
You know, we have the nicest group of followers that we could possibly hope for. So, and I just want to say that we really, really appreciate when you leave us nice comments, or you send us Facebook messages, or you send us an email and thank us for what we're doing. We really appreciate it and we take it to heart, and we just love that we can help you. That it's our mission in our retirement to pass this forward and to share what we've discovered that makes this lifestyle easier. And so thank you so much for letting us know that you're watching and that you appreciate what we're doing. It means a lot to us. It really does.
Pauline was wondering if you have more than one salad dressing. Pauline, I assume you're talking about the creamy balsamic one that has been out.
Yeah, there is a strawberry balsamic dressing
available.
recipe. And when you subscribe to our blog, Nutmeg Notebook, at nutmegnotebook.com, you get 2 exclusive recipes that are just for subscribers, and one of them is for a strawberry balsamic. And that will, as soon as you go on to nutmegnotebook.com and fill out the subscribe, which there is a tab at the, well, it's not a tab, it's a little window at the very top of the page. When you go on there and fill that out, immediately an email with the recipes gets sent to your email. And I'm working on, I have a Caesar dressing that I'm perfecting.
And then also for Pauline, there was it 2 weeks ago? We did a video that involved a full discussion of the vinegars. That was last week, wasn't it?
We have, and that's, you've got that to put in.
I'll put that in the
below.
Down
But
below
I'm going to
in the
also,
comments.
I'm going to be talking about how to dress your salad
So we
as well in a minute.
do a lot of dressing with vinegars these days, more so than the dressing. So give that a shot.
Yeah,
So,
but we'll be talking about that. That's why I have all these
Okay,
vinegars here,
all right.
because we'll be talking about that. But there's, I know when you first adopt this lifestyle and you go no oil, it's like, oh my goodness, what am I going to put on my salads, right? And that's why I came up with the creamy balsamic, because I was trying to find something that didn't have nuts in it, because I was trying to find something that would still be creamy but wouldn't have the high caloric density that a dressing with nuts has. So I'm working on a Caesar dressing. I've made it a few times and I'm almost there with it, and it will not have nuts in it, and it's delicious. So, but we also like the vinegars, but we're gonna be talking about that too. Now, there's different ways to batch prep for your salads. So I just happen to like to do them in the containers, because then it's all done. We don't have to revisit it. You know, it's all in here ready to chop. Other people do it a little bit differently. Some people take all the really dry ingredients and mix them up in a great big mixing bowl. So like broccoli slaw and shredded carrots and red cabbage and the red onion and what else? I can't think right now. They'll take all of those really more dry ingredients. They'll mix those all together in a great big bowl, and you know, something like a Tupperware bowl, and put it in the refrigerator. And then daily they'll take that out and add a couple cups of that to their salad bowl, and then they'll add the greens fresh daily. So that's also another option. You don't have to do it the way that I do it. We just really like this because if we need to take the salads with us, they're already in the container, and we'll dump this out, we'll chop our salad, and then we'll put our salad back in here, and then this fits perfectly in our little cooler bags. So, but you don't have to do it that way. You can do it however it works. And if people want to make their salads every day, that's great. The reason I stopped doing that was it took so much time to drag out all the different ingredients that we put into our salads, and I was doing that every day, and it was like, there's gotta be an easier way, because we wanted to continue to have the salads every day, but we wanted to work smarter, not harder. Okay, so I covered that.
Angela has a question.
Yes.
Does it matter what type of wood from the Holland bowls that you get? Typically the question's between beechwood and cherry.
Yeah, okay, so what she's talking about, in case you're a new viewer and you don't know what she's talking about, is we are talking about these wood bowls. These are handmade bowls from the Holland Bowl Mill from Holland, Michigan. They are handmade wood bowls. They're a solid bowl. There's no seams in them. They're made from one tree trunk, and they are of heirloom quality. They will last a lifetime as long as you take good care of them. You do have to oil them so they don't split. You can purchase any of the woods that they offer. So this one is the beech wood. This is one of the least expensive woods that they offer. And they offer cherry and walnut and maple. And is there one more?
Maybe oak, I'm not sure. Oak cracks a lot. So.
And so any of them will work. I talked to Corey, one of the owners of Holland Bull Mill, and he said any of them will work well. And he knows that we chop in it every day. And he said it's a matter of aesthetics. So it's whichever wood appeals to you more. I have my birthday's coming up next week, and I just ordered myself a cherry bowl and salad set. So I'm excited to get that because it has a little bit different color.
In terms of wood hardness, you could make an argument that the cherry wood is a denser or harder than the beech wood, but this is a cutting board in the shape of a bowl, we often say, and so it's getting used well every day. The cherry bowls are beautiful, and I guess you could make an argument that they will last longer, but we're talking about years of use here. So
right.
I think if you're buying a cherry bowl, you're buying it because the wood is prettier, and that would be the only, it's an aesthetic reason, like you say, not really a functional one.
Yeah, because he said they're all perfectly fine to use, but some of the woods are harder. This one is the least hardest.
You're going to get cut marks, in
You
the
need
bottom
to know
of
that.
every single bowl because you're chopping in there with the blade. So, but a cutting board gets cut marks on it. That's what it's for. So
right. So it's up to you, and there's certainly a difference in prices. So when I ordered my first bowl, I went with the beech wood. And I didn't know if I was going to chop a salad every day or how it was going to go. And so I went with the least expensive one. And that first bowl is now 3-4 years old, and it still works amazingly well. So the beech wood has actually stood up for us quite well. And we use them a lot because not only do we chop our salads in them, but I also use them to chop fresh herbs. And that's another thing that you can add to your salads is fresh herbs, and that really changes the flavor. See, I can bird walk. I can start thinking about other things. So now we're going,
Yeah, we're caught up on questions so far as I know, if I haven't missed anything.
Okay, so then another question that I get is when to chop the salad. So Tom and I are fortunate that we are retired, although I feel sometimes like we're working full time now with the blog and the YouTube channel and all the social media. But so we like to chop our salad in the morning. I chop mine in the morning because I have mine for lunch. Tom usually has his for the evening meal, and he waits and he chops it right before he's going to eat it. I like that the best because I think it's just the freshest and tastes really good. Having said that, sometimes at lunch, I'm not able to finish my whole salad. Usually I do, but sometimes I don't. Today, I wasn't able to. And so I take and put it back in the fridge, and I'll finish it at dinner time, and it will still taste delicious. I have a lot of people who follow the blog who make chopped salads who work full time, and they tell me that they have to get up way too early in the morning if they're going to chop their salad in the morning to take it to work with them. And so they chop it at night after dinner is done. They go ahead and chop their salad and put it in their container to take it to work the next day, and they put it back in the refrigerator, and they tell me that it tastes perfectly great. Now, what you don't do if you chop it the night before is you don't add the salad dressing to it or the vinegar. Or if you have a lot of really wet ingredients, you might pack those separately in a separate container to add into the salad right before you eat it at work the next day. So I just tell people now to experiment and see what works best for you. I still like it chopped fresh before I'm going to eat it, but I'll chop mine early in the morning after my morning walk, and on days that I need to take it with me to my daughter's house, it'll sit in my cooler bag with some ice, the little freezer ice. I never know what to call those. Little blue ice.
Little thin freezer packs.
I'll pack it with those, and I won't dress it until I'm ready to eat, and then we'll eat around noon usually, or 12:30, and my salad is great. And it has been chopped for probably 5 hours at that point, and it's still perfect. So when you chop it is up to you, and how fine you chop it is up to you. Now Tom chopped this a little bit early because this is going to be his dinner salad tonight, but I wanted to show you.
You can see how.
Okay, how close to get?
Yeah.
Because there's a delay.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that?
You're getting there. Okay.
That's about as far as my arms will reach. So I just want to show you. Plus, I have a picture on the blog, on the newest.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, on one of the posts on the blog, I have a picture up close of the salad to show you. And how fine you want it is up to you. Some people don't chop it as fine as we do. We happen to like it to be chopped up a little bit finer. When you chop the salad, it releases all the wonderful juices and flavor from all the ingredients that are in the salad, and it just makes it taste so good. Plus, then every bite that you take has all the flavor in it, you know, instead of like this bite tastes like tomato and this bite tastes like red cabbage. No, all of the flavors are blended together and it just tastes amazing. So we like to take the basic salad that we have batch prepped and we chop it. And to this, you can add fresh herbs. This is mint. This is cilantro. They smell amazing. You can use tarragon. You can use basil. You know, whatever fresh herbs you like. That adds a lot of flavor and freshness to the salad. And go ahead and throw that in when you're chopping it, and you will be amazed at the amount of flavor that it adds, as well as, I'm going to move this over. And
you want me to get rid of this?
Slide. Well, I might show it again.
Okay,
we'll see.
I'll put it up there.
Okay, and then also we add things that don't get chopped. So that's the basic salad. We chop the salad. Then we add a lot of fun things to it. So Tom likes a Mexican salad, and so do I. We love Mexican food. And we like to add rice or cooked oat groats, black beans, corn. And right now you can get delicious fresh corn, and you can steam it in your Instapot. I have a YouTube video for that. Very easily steam it in your Instapot, and then you can cut it off the cob. You can add that to your salad. And remember, we're adding these things after it's been chopped because we don't want those things to like disappear into the salad. We want to, you know, get a full bite of those. You can add salsa, and so you can use the salsa instead of salad dressing. And I have 2 delicious salsas that you can make yourself. I have 2 recipes on the blog. One is for a salsa verde, and one is for a Tami's Easy red salsa. And you can add that to it, and it gives it a ton of flavor. There are so many different ways that you can add things to the salad. You do need it to have some starch so that it is satisfying and filling, because the salad on its own, it's only about 100 calories per pound, and that's hardly going to fill you up. So you're going to need to have starch in it, and the starch can be beans, it can be rice or quinoa or wild rice or oat groats. It could be beans, legumes. What else do we add to them? It can be a veggie burger. I'll make homemade veggie burgers and freeze them.
Did you say hummus? You put hummus in?
Yes, I like hummus. I made hummus. I've been having hummus on mine every day this week. I love a Japanese sweet potato that I've batch prepped and cut it in half and then air fry it and put that on my salad. And then you can get a bite of that with a bite of the greens, and that's delicious. So if you check my Nutmeg Notebook Instagram account, I have posted over 100 salads, chopped salads on there with a full description of what's in them. And if I use something that I have a recipe for on the blog, I have even linked to the recipe. So be sure to check that out. Those posts also show up on my Nutmeg Notebook Facebook page, so you can look there too for inspiration and ideas. I also like to add some cooked vegetables, like the roasted little mini sweet peppers. Those are delicious. They add color and sweetness, and oh my gosh, they're almost like candy when you add them in after being roasted. I like to add roasted artichokes. I like artichoke hearts. I like roasted Brussels sprouts because they add a little bit of bite, a little bit of texture, which is really fun with the chopped salad. So, I mean, you know, you're only limited by your imagination as to what that chopped salad can be like.
I like hot salads.
Yeah, so let me tell him about mine first. He likes a hot salad. So in the winter time, because we eat these salads all year long, and I know it doesn't get freezing cold here in Northern California like it does where some of you live, but you have to remember that it's all about what you're used to, and we're not acclimated to really cold weather. So, you know, our winters are very wet and rainy. We don't get snow where we live, but that cold, that wet cold just goes through you. So I like to, in the wintertime, heat up chili or heat up, I have a delicious lentil stew, and I like to heat that up, and then I pour that hot soup or stew over the top of my chopped salad. I know it sounds gross, but it's really, really delicious. And that keeps me from getting too cold from eating a cold salad. But Tom will share with you his favorite salad, and you've been eating this salad for months now. He's been on a roll with it. But you go ahead and tell them how you make it. This is Tuesday with Tami, and today, sometimes Tom.
So I'll take this bed of salad that you see in the bowl here, and I put it into one of the 2-quart Corelle bowls.
I'll get one and show them.
And then I take a separate bowl and put a cup of brown rice in it, and a half a can of beans, 4 ounces of beans. I suppose that's a third of a cup or so, and about a quarter cup of corn. I don't measure, I just kind of dump them in there. And so beans, corn, and rice, and about 3 or 4 tablespoons of the green salsa verde. And I'll pour that salad in the white bowl here, and I'll hollow out the middle. Now, Tami thinks I'm eccentric. I'll take this cold salad, I'll put it in the microwave for 1 minute, just the salad, which brings the salad up to kind of a room temperature, because I don't want the cold salad taking the heat out of my burrito filling. I'll hollow out the middle like a bundt cake, and I'll dump that hot, I'll preheat the rice, corn, and beans and salsa in the small Corelle bowl, and then I'll fill that donut hole here in the big salad with that steaming hot filling. And then, so now I've got, you know, warm greens, room temperature greens with this hot filling. It's an amazing salad burrito bowl without the tortilla. So.
And I think we mentioned this one other time on one of our videos. And so a couple of our readers have tried it, and then they've come back to tell us that, hey, that was actually really good. I liked it. So there you go. That's another option. Okay, so let's talk about another way to chop the salad. And we did a video earlier this week. So the bowls start at $125. This is a 15-inch Holland bowl.
Approximately.
Yeah, well, they start around that. I hate to say the price because, you know, 2 years from now.
No, the inches. The 15-inch bowl, you know, this
it's approximate.
Is natural wood. So this one's slightly oval. It actually measures 13.5 on one axis and 14.5 on another axis. Another bowl might be 15.25 by 14.75. So these are trees, and they cut the bowl to however big the tree was. So it's approximate. Approximately 15 inches.
Right.
Yeah, but that's big enough anyway.
But we know that doesn't fit into everyone's budget. So earlier this week, I did do a video, you'll find it on our YouTube channel, about different ways to make a chopped salad, because we want everyone to be able to enjoy the deliciousness of a chopped salad. I showed how you can just use a cutting board and a big knife and chop it, or you can get this OXO salad chopping bowl that comes with this kind of like a double-bladed pizza cutter for cutting the salad. And you can also buy like a mezzaluna knife or
would work, yeah.
To use in it. And when you buy a Holland bowl using our affiliate link, you do get a free mezzaluna knife with it when you use our link. But we have a video about that, and we can post that, a link to that video. So now you've got the salad chopped, and you've added some things to it. Now, what are you going to use for dressing? Well, one thing that we do like to do is either use fresh lemon juice or fresh lime juice. So if I'm doing a Mexican salad, I like to use the juice of 1 or 2 limes. And if you don't have fresh, you can use the stuff that comes in the bottle. That's perfectly fine. And then, of course, if you do add some fresh herbs, that's going to pack in a bunch of flavor. Hi, Katie. That'll pack in a lot of flavor as well. And when you have a lot of flavor in your chopped salad, which it has a lot just from chopping it, you need a lot less dressing because the salad is already very flavorful. So then you can use the creamy balsamic that we already talked about, the recipe that's on the blog. You can subscribe to Nutmeg Notebook and you can get the strawberry balsamic dressing. And if you Google no oil dressings, you'll come up with quite a few recipes. Now, what we have discovered are the balsamic vinegars and the flavored balsamic vinegars because they are so delicious, you don't even need to make them into a dressing. So this is one that we have been using for a number of years. This is Napa Valley Naturals Grand Reserve. It's 4% acidity. Now, regular vinegars are 6%. So this is very thick, sweet, and syrupy. We can find this where we live at Whole Foods or at Sprouts. And you might look where you live at your Whole Foods or health food stores or any specialty shops. It's also available on Amazon, and I think we have it on our Amazon affiliate page. You just need to make sure when you look at the Napa Valley Naturals that it is the Grand Reserve because their regular balsamic has a label that looks almost the same. And trust me, you will not need to make this into a dressing. You can mix it with a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice, and that's really delicious. And you can add a little bit of mustard to that if you want a little more tang and a little less sweet. That's super delicious. Then another balsamic vinegar that we love are these California balsamics, and you can see this is favorite. And this is the Gilroy garlic, and this is the Sweet Heat from California balsamic. And these two I use a lot. I love them on vegetables. I love them on my salads. I like to use both of them on the same salad. I love the mix of the garlic and the Sweet Heat, and the Sweet Heat is not hot. And I did a whole video all about vinegars, and Tom will post a link for that as well. Then the Simply Lemon, I've really been enjoying that since spring because it's light and fresh and it just tastes so delicious with all the fresh vegetables. Like I love fresh asparagus, just lightly cooked and cut up and thrown in my salads. And then put a little bit of this lemon, Simply Lemon. It's so scrumptious. The Garden Deal mustard seed. You can see it's all collected at the top. Whoa. And it takes a good shake to get it all down. And then this is super delicious, and I don't need to add dill to my salad when I use this one. It's so yummy, and I don't need a salad dressing. All I need is a tablespoon or 2 of the vinegars. Now these vinegars do not have a pour spout on them, so if you do get vinegars like this, you will want to either get these little pour spouts that help it to just drizzle, and we have these on our Amazon page. Or here's a trick, what I do. If I have another bottle like this one that has a cap on the top with a little pour spout, when this bottle is empty, I save the pour spout because this will fit right on top of the California balsamic bottles, and I'll just wash this, dry it, and then I'll put it on my California balsamic bottle, and that way I have a pour spout so I don't over pour.
I wonder if the Napa Valley is available in Canada.
I don't know, but I know I have some Canadian followers who have said that they don't have access to these brands, of course.
Or the shipping's very
And
high.
the
We had a comment on that, actually.
Yeah, well, Thomas from California Balsamic told me that, the little 3-ounce bottles, he can ship, those are plastic and
Shipping
lightweight, and the shipping is not nearly as bad on those. So you could always call Thomas at California Balsamic, and he will tell you how much it would cost to ship something to you. But I was talking to him a week or so ago, and he did tell me he has these little, they're called travel sizes because they're 3-ounce and they'll go through TSA. And he said he had shipped those to someone, I can't remember if it was Australia or someplace, and he said actually the shipping on the little ones wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Pauline talked to him. It was going to cost her $60 to get however many she was ordering, but maybe the little plastic ones, if you want to try them. And then Pauline is, or no, somebody is smuggling them in a suitcase, it sounds like. Anita is smuggling them in her suitcase.
That's so funny. So I was going to say, I know that some of the Canadian followers that we have said they don't have access to these brands, but in Canada they were able to find some flavored vinegars locally that were delicious. So usually where they're going to be found at is someone who is selling different flavored olive oils. So Google it, look for like an olive oil shop, because the olive oil shops usually also have the vinegars. So, and that's true around here too, because Thomas from California Balsamics, he also sells olive oil and a lot of different flavors of olive oil. So another thing that I want to talk about for flavoring, and I should have done this earlier, but I get distracted, is using some dry seasonings as well. So this is another thing that we like to do. So if we're doing a Mexican chopped salad, a little bit of ground cumin on the chopped salad, I'll chop it first, and then I'll sprinkle some ground cumin over the salad. It gives it a punch of flavor, and it means that you don't need a bunch of salad dressing then.
That goes in my hot salad too. A liberal sprinkle of cumin in the salad before I microwave it. So.
Do you use the jalapeno?
No, between the salsa verde and the cumin, I've got the flavor profile I want. I don't really. There's enough heat in the salsa for me.
Okay. Well, if you want a little more kick, this is McCormick's ground jalapeno pepper, and this is delicious. Now, Costco used to have this, and they haven't had it now for like 2 years. But you can get it on Amazon. We have it on our Amazon page. You can buy small bottles of it. I've seen it at Safeway. So check your regular grocery store as well. And if you can't find it, then check out our Amazon page. It's the Nutmeg Notebook on Amazon, and Tom can post a link to it. And then if I'm not doing Mexican, these are two that I like. This is Trader Joe's 21 Seasoning Salute, and this has no salt in it, and it's got just a delicious flavor. It's a mix of a variety of dried herbs, and it's delicious. And I like it on other things too, like a baked potato or rice or whatever. This is Kirkland, which is from Costco. This is their organic no salt seasoning, and I don't know, it probably has 20 different ingredients in it, but it's delicious. We really like this one. Was I holding it in the right spot?
No, you're good. Yeah.
Okay. I tend to hold things up like too high or something, he's always telling me. So that's another way to flavor the salads and not needing a lot of salad dressing, and you won't need a lot of salad dressing because this salad, chopped salad, is so flavorful. So then the next thing I wanted to talk about is whether to eat it with a fork or a spoon. I have a lot of people that tell me once it's chopped that they use a spoon to eat their chopped salad. And when I'm watching the grandkids, if I have one of the twins on my lap or our 3-year-old Sweet Pea on my lap, I'll use the spoon because I don't want to end up poking them with a fork. No, it's more about I don't want to end up dropping salad off my fork onto their heads, or onto their laps. And so I will eat mine with a spoon because it just makes it easier.
That's a mouthful.
And you know, a lot of people tell us that the chopped salads are just so much easier for them to eat if they only have like 30 minutes for lunch at their job. Then the chopped salad they can manage to get it done in that amount of time. If you've had any dental work done, it makes it easier. It's easier for kids to eat, and it's also easier for elderly people. I cannot tell you how many emails I get from people who are caring for aging parents and say, you know, I was really having a hard time getting greens in my mom or my dad, but your chopped salads are something that they can eat. And so now I feel really good about it because, you know, mom or dad is now eating greens every day with a chopped salad. So
Heather votes for the spoon.
yeah, right? It's so easy to eat it with a spoon. You don't have to worry about it falling off your fork. So that's what I've got about my top tips for the best chopped salads. I hope I've answered everyone's questions, and I hope it helped you all in how to make a batch prepped salad and how to dress out the salad. You know, let your imagination go wild. We have a thread on Facebook going right now where people are posting their pictures of their chopped salads on my Nutmeg Notebook Facebook page, and they're putting in the description of what they have in it, and that'll give you a lot of inspiration and clever ideas on things that even I hadn't thought of trying yet.
After the video is done and uploaded from our camera, which takes a couple of minutes, then I'll go back into our management window and add all those links into the description body of the live video once it's recorded onto YouTube. So those links will show up after a bit. They're not going to show up right away because there's some processing involved. So
right.
I'll be doing that after we conclude.
Okay.
And we're about 45 minutes in. So
okay, so we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So Tom and I are going to Vegas in September. It's the Labor Day weekend for Chef AJ's Ultimate Weight Loss Conference. We would love to meet any of you there. If you think about going to something like that, there's amazing speakers that are going to be there. Dr. Roizen is going to be there, High Carb Hannah, Dr. Lyle, Dr. Campbell, not Campbell Sr., but his son.
Yeah.
His son is going to be there. We're just super excited about it. We actually have a $100 off coupon that is on our blog. It's Nutmeg 100. You can save $100 from the conference fee. It's Friday evening through Sunday, and it includes 4 meals that will be SOS free, which is salt, oil, sugar free. They'll be vegan. There'll be plenty of starch. It's just a really fun weekend to go, not have to worry about what you're going to eat because you're going to be fed delicious food, and the speakers are amazing. There's activities in the morning like boot camp that you can go to that Jean Pierre will be running. There's activities in the evening and talent shows and just lots and lots of fun. So if that's something that might interest you, we would love to meet you there. We're going to be having people sign up to sit with us at lunchtime so that we can get to know people better and meet in person and have some fun chats. So if you don't have anything to add.
I think we're all caught up. Thank you, everybody. We review the comments too when we're done, and so if I miss something, then we'll address that.
Yeah, and if you have any ideas for us, any topics that you would like us to address on our Tuesdays with Tami and sometimes Tom, please leave us a comment here on this video, or you can send us a note. You can send it to Tami at nutmegnotebook.com or Tom at nutmegnotebook.com. We're making a list of things that people have suggested to us so that we can address your concerns. We want to thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. We hope you have a great day. This is Tami
and Tom.
We help you get healthy and stay healthy, one meal at a time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You have to go shut the camera off.